Collective, back at it with another live stream. And you know what? I'm going to have the audacity to celebrate. Okay. Late lunch as ever. Not. Okay. And you know what? I almost thought, oh, since the window of opportunity, no, screw that. The window of opportunity is whatever the hell it is. How about that? So, continuing on with the lifestyle of self-care, yes, but also honoring that flow state. Long story short, your girl just now got lunch. Okay, so it's one of those days through no fault of her own. Love and light, Sean. Welcome. And I thought, you know what? That's telling me, high key, I got to come on here all the more. All right. Because you too, we're all connected. You guys, we're all facing stuff. We're all going through stuff. Expected, unexpected. It is what it is. Love and light, Lisa M. I'm really glad you guys had a second to come on and show your girl some love. Much love and light to you. And you know what, you guys? It's your girl's birthday month. So if you ever wanted to show some love, just saying, this would be the month. All right. Love and light, Devin. I'm celebrating all month. Okay. It's not till the end of the month. So you have some time. Just saying, right? In case you wanted to be mindful of me, right? And I'm mindful to come on here for you guys, right? Not a guilt trip or anything, just showing. Like, I literally love and light each and every one of you. All right. And we all are going through stuff. I get it. But here's the sitch. And I need you to know, I've already pulled the cards, right? Like, I was about to be like, okay, let's do it several hours ago. Go figure, right? And it's happening now, though. So this is also how we kind of stay in line with what we want to focus on as far as the good and maybe not so much of the bad and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? So take notes, you guys, especially if you're sitting there saying, oh, I haven't been going through stuff lately. Well, get ready, right? Not projecting it onto you. It's just literally if you're alive in this dimension, and you are, right? And you're one of those that understands, like, at least that you're here to learn and grow a little something. And you do understand that. That's how you found the channel. It's how stuff works, right? Long story short, you're either going in something or coming out of it. Love and light, Fiona. And happy birthday to those that are sharing in your girl's birthday month. I didn't mean to make it all about me, or did I? You know what, you guys, take notes, right? Because you can't wait for the next person near you, around you, connected to you, related to you to celebrate you first. Just saying, okay? So if there is a race in this, you first, about you putting you first. Oh, I love that for all of us, quite frankly, whether you got a birthday this month or not, all right? But of course, happy birthday to everybody who's ever had one. I don't mean to steal anyone's shine. Never that, right, you guys? So my birthday is the 26th. You got some time, just saying, if you wanted to celebrate, you wanted to show up for your girl. I don't mind. Okay. But here's the sitch. Let's get to why I came on here. It really wasn't about that, just saying. So our late lunch, and you know what? Some of you consistently have late lunches. Others, literally, your lunch is late at night. Okay. So being mindful of all is another reason why I was like, you know what, we're not going to scratch this. We're not going to save it for another day, as it were, right? Just because it seems odd or inappropriate. From one moment to the next, someone, all right, circumstances that seem odd or inappropriate, not necessarily a consistent theme there, just saying, all right? And that's another synchronicity, you guys. Pay attention, the channel's open, all right? So the card, and interestingly enough, I literally pulled all of the cards. This is the only one that made it in the bag. All right. So high key significance. Look, it's like we got the golden ticket, you guys, right? Sharing's caring. So pay attention. I'm sharing with you guys what's really going on for the collective. All right. So if you're a part of the high vibe crew here, you definitely don't want to miss this. This is a situation. This is a message. This is a confirmation. All right. This is clarity for you. Imagine everything ahead of you. Imagine on a golden ticket nonetheless. And you know I have missed you guys. Thank you for missing me. If that was to me, Sean, and anyone else who maybe, you know, I'm like playing catch up half the time on the chat box. So don't mean to seem like I'm like not paying attention. And just a lot going on here. Okay, so long story short, imagine everything ahead of you. Now, here's the sitch. Are we talking about? Oh my goodness. Imagine. Or is it imagine everything ahead of you, right? And guess what? The choice is yours, because you're the one that puts the stank on it or not. Okay, just say it, right? Because otherwise, literally, you guys, you already know what I'm going to say. It is what it is. Okay. Now, here's the sitch. What we are here to do, of course, in spite of it being whatever the hell it is or isn't, okay, we're to create the path the way that we want to experience it. And so again, if that means, and you guys, this is not me saying, hey, everybody, let's have a pity party for love. I'm saying I'm brave enough to come on here and say, this is how we do it. Okay. It's still Monday, go figure, for most of us, maybe not all of us, right? Depending on where you are in the world. Okay. And of course, you know, around these parts, Love Light to You Tarot is global, right? Right. All right. All right. So there's that. Here's the sitch, you guys. A lot's going on and a lot's coming at you. A lot you're going through and a lot you've come out of, climbed out of, and have overcome, and or depending on who I'm speaking to, are overcoming it. There's no word curse in there. Okay, keep going. All right, is really the sentiment, because you've got a lot of everything, what, crappy and horrific ahead of you? No, the divine, why would the divine put such a message on a freaking golden ticket? Like, you know what, you're asked out, here's your golden ticket about how that's the case. Like, really? Because I don't think so. All right, you guys, there's synchronicities everywhere. Tap in, okay? Just like there's doom and gloom messages everywhere. You could tap into those with your free will if you'd like to. I'd advise against it. It's kind of a time waster anyways, because again, it is really just going to be what it is. Right now, you guys, energies are all shifting, changing from one second to the next, because quite frankly, most of us, if not all right, congratulations, you've been shifting. Many of you quantum leaping and stuff, okay? Feels like an understatement, just saying, all right? You could tell if this is you, okay? If you're like, what is time actually? Like, why is the what, right? If you just all of a sudden get glimpses of your spaces, your cars, right? Well-known environments, you know, like, something's either off or different, right? Or you just know that you know that you know, whether you put your finger on it or not, something is different. There is change among us, all right? I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up anywhere, okay, and tell you that the change is always roses and candy. You know, I'm not here to lie to you, babe. You know that, all right? I love you. I'm, you know, here's the thing. A lot of people have said that they love us and they lie, don't they, right? I'm not here for that, okay? My love is literally love and light. I love light you. Now, having said that, you still have your part to do in this too, okay? And it looks like you could be seeing 10, 10, 10, a number of some significance. Doesn't have to be the case. And you know what? I am mindful that I do have men, and I'm grateful to say that as part and parcel of my collective. I also have to give the messages as they're given to me. Long story short, there is a higher aspect of female energy, okay, coming through the cards on this. I'm saying energy, not genitalia, not meat suit, to be clear, okay? So if you know that you are a man, masculine as ever, and you come out energetically as female, take this for you if you are part and parcel of the collective, all right? I'm not here to be sexist, just saying. No man, woman, or child, or anything, any being left behind on my watch, all right? Just saying. Love and light, Namira. So, if you guys are not seeing 10s, you could be seeing 5s, 23s, 32s, all of that. And it means exactly what we were just probably trying to put our finger on, which is this change, okay? Whether you want to, indicate that change is literally officially a quantum leap or not, all right? Whether you watched the television show or caught any of that or not, okay? It's not really running anymore, I don't think. Anyways, your faith is needed, just saying, okay? Faith in this process. But if you're going through something, does that mean that you're at the end? No, it means you're going through. Whether that's good, bad, ugly, roses, candy, right? It's so funny. There are some people out there, different aspects of different spectrums, long story short, and they can have a propensity once they start experiencing something pleasant to ask, when will this be over? And it's not really because it's like, hurry up and get it over. It's like, I'm enjoying this, and I've got to now brace myself for the finality of this. There's none of that with life, okay? Because guess what? Hate to burst your bubble if that's you. But even on the other side of this meat suit being unalived, your life, as it were, definitely still very much your life, okay, doesn't end. Energy doesn't die, as it were, okay? So long story short, some of you might be feeling like you're expected to perform a freaking funeral for yourself here, right? Not in a literal sense, and I don't mean that to be insensitive or triggering, right? But really, what I'm trying to pick up on is the fact that I understand that these current energies, um, just that, quite triggering, huh? Yeah, feels like a bunch of bees snapping at you, perhaps, right? At least from the knees down. Anywho, all right, could be some significance to birds. All right, you could be really honing in on even that the raven. Okay. Actually, the animal realm in general could have been speaking to you, will be speaking to you. Have a chat, would you? Okay. There are signs, synchronicities, and healing measures, all right, throughout all aspects of the path if you'll only remain in the flow state long enough to keep your head about you to understand that that is part and parcel of the situation. Not just the hellfire, not just the brimstone, not just the, sky falling, as it were, all right? There's more to it than that. And you guys, you got to be mindful because otherwise you might fall prey to some sort of uh, non-beneficial illusion energy. Nobody wants that, okay? If you're making, the delusion, as it were, and I put air quotes there because many people will call spiritual people, interestingly enough, though, because this life is far more spiritual than most realize, just that, delusional. All I'm saying is, if you're going to be in the energy of delusion, still putting the air quotes there because not literally literal delusion, to be clear, make it work for you. Okay, so again, for those questioning, well, how would I? It goes back to it is what you make of it, right? It's still Monday. Does that have to be an exasperating fact for most of us here? It doesn't have to, no. Okay. I really don't even need to know the laundry list of what you have or have not been through this day alone, right? You get where I'm going with this. So stay the course, remain, and you got to make this choice, all right? Remain faith filled. You have to make the choice. It usually isn't something that you just make a left turn. Oh, there's my faith all over again, right? You gotta be present and put forth some effort, right? Okay. Some of you are experiencing a situation. Some of you are on the side of the person realizing that the other person missed it, or this is you. This can't be my collective member missing it, right? Well, you've got to check. Okay, I'm not here to word curse. I'm also not here to play favorites. So there's that. Okay, I gotta be fair even when reading the energy to be clear. So listen up. Okay, this part is not for everyone, but it does circle back around to the message that most assuredly is for all of us. All right, to be clear, just a heads up for those like realizing at the beginning of this next part that, oh, this doesn't resonate. It's okay. We're not done. Again, there's no period. All right, to the point where we're done, finito, the end. Okay, somebody here needs to remember that regarding pretty much everything they're facing right now. Just saying. Okay. As I say that, I look down to 39, which reduces down to a very beautiful 11. Sorry, yeah, 11, which means new beginning. Also, even the 9 and the 39, also new beginning energy, change, transformation. The 3, presence of ascended master vibes, yes, as well as divinity will enter you, okay? And maybe this is coming through this way, through the angelic code, as confirmation that yes, you are connecting back to divinity. Yes, you are doing the work. Yes, you are being supported in this, whether by Tom, Dick, or Harry or not, on the other side of the veil. Okay, again, connecting back to those ascended master energies. All right. I'm hearing you say some of you, when you sleep at night, you go and you are communing with just that, ascended masters. Okay, maybe not in this realm, but the message stands. Just saying. All right. And so, long story short, someone here is being guided to come back, whether this is to you, collective member, or vice versa. Flip it around, reverse it how you got to, whether your name is Missy and or Elliot. Okay, to be clear, but somebody is seeing the true someone. Here's the sitch. Many of you are going, yeah, I've been waiting. Here's the other sitch simultaneously. The divine was waiting for you to know more about yourself so that this person could actually come through and actually like be the vibe that you knew them to have the potentiality to be. Because let's be honest, you were rocking with that potentiality so hard that, oh, did you fall prey to illusion that they weren't there yet, but you just told them and yourself and the divine, some of you, that they were there ready. That's, I don't think that's all the way that works. All right, keep it positive though, honey. But don't be so demanding and ask the divine to restrict itself into times and measures and how about nows. All right. But this person is seeing the true you because I gather you too, boo. Whether guy, girl, what have you. All right. This is still how you know change and transformation are beneficial, even though it feels like hell breaking loose. Maybe sounds like that, looks like that, and smells that way too. Okay, let's talk about it. Because what you wants you. So whether you're on the side of wondering, what if, if I come back, is this person gonna want to talk to me, let alone do other stuff, right? Yes, okay. Or whether you're on the other side going, I know that's right, that's a yes, and the other person still trying. Did I say that the same way twice? I don't know. Make it fit for you, however that fits there, honey bun. Maybe it's so much more so that this person is coming back to you, collective member, and that's why the channeling is trying to go that way. But here's the sitch. The message, really, this is about someone who's quite intuitive. Okay, whether this is you or them or you both, and if you're subscribed to the Twin Flame Journey, you're all of that, and they too. Long story short, it's all connected there. I mean, literally down to the chakras. Go figure. But I digress. There could be some significance to music. Could be some significance to blah 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 ethnicity. Okay, whether this is how you would say black, African American, Asian, Blasian, depending on who all I'm speaking and the way that they speak. Okay, no offense, just saying it's coming through. Somebody here could be a student. Somebody here working heavily on computers. Somebody here is interested in singing, perhaps doing a little stand-up. Maybe we've got a comedian on our hands, all right? On either side of this, just saying, okay? These are archetypes for all. Grab what makes sense for you and let the rest go here, okay? Somebody, again, if I didn't say it already, could be a student. Somebody could be a writer. Okay, there could be some significance to artistry, okay, through the prose of writing, all right, coming through. And really the guidance here is, someone is to and or is actively calling judgment on this phase of how you know this connection to be. Okay, regardless of what you call it. And they're being guided to do so. They're being guided to come in with their cup of love, whether guy, girl, what have you. And the reason why I also say that too, you guys, for anyone wondering, we could really be talking about counterparts, both the King and the Queen of Cups, which are both quite intuitive beings, if I do say so myself, came out for this. So, on the other side of the Lover's card, just saying there's real love here. Okay. So somebody's being guided to get into their full card to-do list, whatever that might mean for someone, some of you, for them, okay? But there's concern here about the Queen of Swords energy. It's like, man, oh day, like time has passed. Okay, yeah, that checks out. I said this last time we spoke. Yeah, that checks out too. I don't know. But hey, it is what it is, right? I guess another way to say that is what's done is done, right? Still, the message is there's no period that has to stay there permanently affixed into like some sort of sword and stone type of situation, all right? Maybe I'm picking up on this like sword and stone, Dungeons, Dragons, Knights, and now I'm hearing Knights of Templar type of, I don't know what all's going on with that, but I do know that the major arcana here really speaks to divine breakthrough assistance for a new path, an abundant one at that, okay? Really money and love with the Ten of Cups coming out as well. It could be some significance to the wolves, okay? As a spirit total animal. There's the animals there again, you guys, right? This is a different deck even. But right now, somebody is not feeling the confidence. And whoever that is, it's time to step out of the confusion. All right, you already know what to do. What was it? What was it? Close out the cycle. Get on to the good life where everyone is happy, inclusive of you. Go figure. Wow. Now, here's the thing. If you can't, collective member and or cross watcher, even see yourselves happy in this connection, I don't even know why you'd be all up in your head about it. I think, quite frankly, the happiness is feeling, dare I say, fearing, because that's false evidence appearing real, false emotions, maybe even appearing real, about the happiness being some form of carrot dangling in front of your face and or that of the other person here. Okay, this could be a shared sentiment if you're checking collective member and or cross watcher, right? You gotta check it. How do you know something until you know? How do you know something until you know it? How do you know you don't know something until you realize didn't know that? You have to do the work. You have to check. You have to ask. How hard is it to ask yourselves these questions? But yet you want to run to the other person and have them what? Read your mind, read your whole existence for you, and then have the connection by themselves for you both. I mean, you might as well just stay up in the 5D for that ish, right? Isn't that kind of what's been going on for most of us? This energy of peaceful and quiet came out, all right, and beneath the calm exterior is often the hottest heart. This shows me that, again, what you want wants you. Confirmation, accept it, okay? And get out of your comfort zone. Whomever this is, I feel like this is like the third, at least the third time we've had a similar message come through on the love tip for this channel, for this collective. Step forward and meet the light, would you? Right? Maybe somebody has remarked that, you know, you bring some sort of light to them. Maybe this is what they're also hiding. Okay, maybe they need to actually speak that out. All right, or you, collective member, take however it resonates here for you. But good things are about to happen. They made cards about it, collective. All right, long story short, you're not going to be asked out on this one. Now, here's a sitch. Long story short, just the same. Worst case scenario, right? Um, doesn't pan out the way that you thought. Would that be the first time? And did you not still remain alive to live and learn and grow your soul? And isn't that to live and learn and grow your soul the real reason, firstly, that we're here? Because I don't think the real reason, firstly, was to ride off into the sunset on, you know, on the favorite beaches, you know, that you can plug in there. Yeah, that even when you get that experience, because I'm not here to take that experience from you. All I'm saying is don't hold your breath for that experience when you've got so many more experiences waiting in the wings that truthfully could be even better, right? Just saying, right? Who are you to restrict? No, no. The divine could never have a better experience for me than anything I've already than anyone I've already experienced. What are you saying? Make it make sense, whatever the hell it is. Just saying, right? Because you really want to be mindful of your words right now, as well as your thoughts, collective. We're in new earth energy, and you guys are the forefront lines of it all right? It's conscious based. You got to watch it. We're not hopping rocks here, okay? What you are doing, all right, is really going to show from inside to outside right now, all right? So if you're in the negative Nelson, negative Nelly section of things, right, with your thoughts, with your words, all right, gosh, it's going to give a crappy experience on the other side of that. You're in charge. You can do it if that's what you want. If that's what you want. If that's what you want. Otherwise, you hold on to what you want, okay? And not so much to the point where you're restricting divinity as to how they can bring it in, as to who it's got to come through, as to when, as to why, right? As to words specifically having to be said, as to emotions specifically having to be felt. Go with the flow state, and you're going to grow, and you're going to experience, and you're going to know even more than you could ever intention on your own to set out to experience, to become, to live through, to see out, right? Okay, so you continue being that light because you are of it. There's no other thing to be, right? And again, good things are bound to happen, all right? So I know right now you can feel like, okay, yeah, I'm tired of hearing the same contrite messages. I'm tired of knowing the truth, right? I'm tired of the solitude, okay? And I get that, but here's the sitch. This is preparation for what? Crappy things to come? No, the cards are talking good, right? The divine placed you here for good, all right? So, of course, we're talking wishing well. Would that include wishes fulfillment? And more. Wishes fulfillment, yes, to be clear, but so much more. It's a well, all right, of good things to come that you don't want to miss out on. And also, I need somebody to really remember this is beyond this connection. This is also just the same, carrying the great potentiality to be born out of this connection. Don't restrict it. Don't put the period there. All right. Unless until divine says that, here's this fateful day, this fateful aspect of the fateful path, of the fateful timeline with which to place a period. You don't have to put a period there and act like it's over. Act like your story's ended there. Okay. However, always be mindful. Your focus should be on you first. Never any connection. That's inclusive at this point, at this juncture. Even take the how do I want to say this? The romanticism out of the picture. Mother to child also comes to mind. Okay, because here's the sitch: timelines shifting, splitting from one dimension to the next. Big ish. All right, lopping off dead weight. And I'm not here coming for anyone, and I'm not here saying anyone's better than anyone else. All I'm saying is, if you do not understand what you are here doing at this point, you really do want to actually make sure you do, so that you are not falling prey to anyone else's illusion energy, anyone else's mal agenda for you. All right, and who would have a mal agenda for? Well, anyone benefiting off of using you, honey. Remember, okay? Those are the very people that don't want to see you actually keep your boundaries or even have one, right? And then let alone actually climb out of the cleft of the rock with which, perhaps some of you were even born out of, right? Makes sense, Phoenix. Keep rising, okay? The ash will fall, no worries, okay? That's what I'm getting to say, okay? As I look at the stuck in the mud. So somebody here is really concerned in current energies, and I get it. It's a lot to ferret through. But again, not all hope has to be lost, and there is no period to place talking about, and then that's all she wrote. That's the end of the story. That's the end, all right? Even when we're talking endings, you guys well know this, even in tarot land, as I lovingly term it, right? You're simultaneously talking about a new beginning. Even if you're talking about an ending of a meat suit, simultaneously new beginning. And you guys, I love to talk about things like that, not because it's all like, doom and gloom, or not because it's gory, right? Could be those things too, I suppose, right? But if you let it. But the thing is, because you are able to then become more and remain more built up. In the fact of the matter is that, I mean, you literally are unstoppable. Okay, and that's just the long and short of it, the absolute truth. Okay, when you live out of that higher mindset, okay, you really start soaring at some of the aspects of the path up ahead that are expected of you. You know, it is what it is, that are necessary according to your soul contract. It is what it is, right? Okay, but the menu item never talks about putting a period there and just giving up. You're over, it's the end. If you're still here, and you carry purpose. You carry life force energy purposefully in your vessel. You better act like it, live like it, so you can get some of the things that you are dying to want to talk about, to want to share, to want to prove, right? Oh, this vision, I saw 13 years ago. I want everyone else to see it too. Okay, well, it's gonna be born out of you and your obedience and your discipline, your perseverance. And we're gonna talk about some of those things just on the other side of the bell ringing. Okay, let's take a look at some of your cards. For those that do not know what the bell ring means, please understand that means you do not know what the live stream rules indicate. I need you to familiarize yourselves with them so that you can be a participant to receive your free tarot reading gift during the live stream. Okay? If you do not know how to get to the description box, we do have a couple moderators on, namely Sean and Fiona, my understanding. And guess what? Anyone who has access to the description box should also be able to assist others with getting that link out there to find the description box. You guys, anybody watch that video? Was it helpful? Like, if you have any pointers, I'm trying, right? Because what I don't want anyone here even having the audacity to try to eke out is something effective. I'm not here to read the cards. That's not the case. But I guess it could be for those that don't want to play by the rules. All right, how about that? So All right. Thank you, Fiona. Thank you, Sean. Love and light, Debbie. Let me see who else is in here. All right. We've got Devin. Will Shay find me? Okay. All right. So from what I'm seeing, and you know what, I try not to be like too preachy, contrary to popular belief, perhaps, right? And Devin, I'm already like, you know what? I think the question should be like, should this person even be worthy of what you're fearing is unworthy, perhaps? Not to call you out, but when we start thinking about, okay, we want to partner, we want to link up, all right? Of course, it's already understood. You wouldn't want somebody to find you ugly, right? But if you notice, and maybe you do, Devin, and maybe you don't. Now here, this is just a learning. We can all talk about this one, okay? Just saying. Um, if you notice a pattern that goes firstly like, will they like me? Will they think I'm attractive? You're already starting yourself off on a pretty janky foot. Just saying. Just saying. All right. I'm only saying that with love because I love you, Devin, and anyone else who can make sense of this, right? But here's the sitch. Long story short, it's giving Spirit saying she's not worthy of your, whatever you were perhaps fearing, right? Which led to the question. Because I do see that it's not really going to work out well. I mean, even if you do proceed with everything and whatever everything means, okay, you're being guided to walk away. I mean, literally, they make cards about it. I also saw the Five of Wands come out before the walk away card. And guess what? Before the the two I just mentioned is the unalive card, basically. All right. The first card, not gonna lie, it's the lovers, right? You want to think, oh, that's well and good and everything. It literally means yes or no. And it is what it's going to be. So I had to clarify to be clear. All right. So that's what I got for you, babe. And I'm just saying, you know what? On the other side, you guys, Devin and anyone else who can make sense of this, on the other side of you being like, you know what? I rock with me because look at the way my hair is just like, look how it's all messy and stuff. Like, it's a little bit fuzzy today. It's cute. Like, unless and until you can actually, the old versions of me would immediately look in the mirror and be like, ugh, that's wrong. And that's so. How would you feel loved on the other side of that? And then turn around and be like, so and so, who cares who the so and so is or isn't? Love me. And have them truthfully love you. Often, love's a choice, right? A lot of people link it up to services, right? Right, but it's really, when you're talking about the actual love that you deserve, it's still a choice in the matter for you, for them, right? And so wouldn't you want to help somebody understand they're making a great choice by like actually fucking with you to the point where they're like, oh, that's a no, bro. Like, look at your hair, a little fuzzy today and stuff. Like, yeah, like, because otherwise you got two people rocking on the same vibrational frequency that goes like, what? Look at my fucking hair. It's all stupid. How is that love, loving, anything to say or do, or something to think and rock with and manifest and fester more of? Ugh, it's giving the ick, if you ask me. All right? So, just some food for thought there, babe, but that's what I got for you. I'm not here to sugarcoat, just saying. All right. Okay, let me see here, because that might be something else. Hold on 1 second. Wait, oh, I wonder, okay, let me see here. See, I'd like to know more about what's he doing in the dream, but hi, Amy, love and light. All right, let me. Okay. 1 second. Oh shoot. Okay. Wow. All right. Ooh. Fiona, I got chills. Okay, hold on. So, long story short, it seems like you could have. I'm thinking twin flame, but I don't see the card for it. But hold on. Okay. Um, the Seven of Pentacles came out, okay, talking about things coming to fruition, manifestation of an idea, okay, as well as inheritance. But firstly, your yes came from this justice card here, honey bun. But at the bottom of the deck, I see you at nighttime wondering, perhaps needing protection. Okay. This could also be because of the timing. Okay. The dispensation, the new earth-ish 144,000. If you do understand that you are subscribed to, if you do have an understanding that somehow you may have a twin flame, or at least a high level hierarchy soulmate, a destined partner slash destiny helper, perhaps, right? That is who this person is, will be, okay? And to say is and will be are accurate simultaneously, to be clear, Fiona. And man, O'Day, 10 of Cups, I'll take it if you don't. I'm just joking. You know, I would never. I'm not here to rob, steal, or anything worse from anyone over here. I'm just saying it. So, Fiona, you already know. I know I can joke with you about that. But, man, wow. So, let's see here, because I'm like, why would you need protection if you're? Because I know your dad is right there. Let me see here. Father seems aware of this energy as well, um, and you know what? This five of wands, it talks about conflict, battle, argument, right? But this is really talking about the protection over, this life is far more spiritual. I don't even know. And on a quick yes, no, on a life, that's something more for when we do our one-on-ones, Fiona, for the moderator meeting. But it seems like there is some sort of amped up protection necessary. And this could be because as you kind of like turn on and emanate more light, okay, you're remembering, recalling more, you're becoming more empowered, right? You're glowing. And this life is far more spiritual, you guys, for anyone, Fiona, or anyone. To be clear, you got a light funnel ahead of you. I mean, above your head. I'm saying ahead of you. So in the spirit, right? Beams of light beings. Go figure, right? Come from the stars. Makes sense. Okay, okay. So there's that. But you guys, maybe somebody here doesn't really know, and I'm going to tell you, the more that you like empower yourselves, follow the steps, you cut off some and embrace others, right? Embrace self, of course. The more you're winning at this whole ascension process, and the more, you can't help it, you guys, you're gonna glow. So it seems like you're okay. It seems like dad's okay with this, Fiona. It's just that there is some you got protection, babe. This could be because you're coming on to a new cycle. And again, a new cycle, or on the other side of it, you literally are more higher minded, operating out of this intuition that kind of does not want to be shown. That's interesting. High priestess wanting to hide. I purposefully made it so that she shouldn't be hiding in the frame when I got the cards up there. So maybe this energy, okay, this high level hierarchy soulmate and or twin flame is working with you on some aspects to kind of just heighten your intuition and not be so mindful of what others think or feel about you utilizing same. How about that? Ooh, I love it. All right, let's see here. Sean. Okay, petitions. Okay, let me see here. Oh, okay. You know what's so crazy? Okay, so petition, right? Um, another word that comes to mind that can be easily likened to it is that of complaint, right? And that's basically what this, oh gosh, look at that on the other side. I didn't even get to the message yet. This isn't even all the message yet. Okay. So long story short, you have two yeses come out here. All right. A collaborative yes, a fruitful yes. Okay. About a complaint nonetheless, which leads to pleasure of some sort. Just saying. All right. So get grateful now. I'm hearing to say, get grateful now, and feel that, feel it, like it's safe to feel. Right, you guys. Often we get the justice cards, right, come out for the tarot. I want you to feel your yeses, your justice, okay? Because otherwise you're not really connecting to it. If you're not connecting to it, how would you find it? How would you align to it? How would it come in? Kind of thing, okay? All right? Hopefully that's making sense. The detective. Ooh. I don't know, I'm hearing the name Thomas. This may be his name. Reunion. Oh, I love it. All right, you guys, I'm going to get back into our message to close out our late AF lunch. That's what I should have called it, right? Oh, let's see here, Eat Me. Should you post on TikTok about financial difficulties? Let's see here, Eat Me. I'm looking at a 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. Yes, it seems like if you reach out and touch somebody, they may help. Okay, of course, I don't mean that in a literal sense, to be clear. Right? Sometimes, you guys, that's, you know, it's seems like a no-brainer, right? But it's hard to just open up yourself one more time when the world has shown you nobody really cares and nobody's really going to offer you much help beyond a I told you so kind of thing, right? I get it. Ask me how I know. All right. But there is something to be said right now, you guys, for asking for help if and when it should be literally a thing, right? Like, because part of you asking for help is you understanding this time that you are worthy of it. Maybe in moon cycles past, you were like, man, I hope they believe I'm worthy. You know, you weren't, I'm worthy. Like, I feel like if I came on here and was like, you guys, like, literally, like, I don't know how else to say this, but, like, I literally need help because blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like you guys wouldn't be like, oh, it's funny. Like, somebody giggling in the back. Like, because at this point, you know, you understand, like, it is what it is. Sometimes we need help. You can't always not need help because we're not here to do this always and always by ourselves. All right? Why? Because we're all connected. Okay? Long story short, at least to those I'm addressing here, we're all connected. All right. Imagine everything ahead of you guys. You got to keep it positive. All right? You got to keep keeping on. Somebody here needs to get a little bit or a lot more productive, but I'm also hearing it creative as well. So that means somebody here is a creative who needs to be more productive, perhaps, but I'm also getting that there is some level of creativity to be infused in your mundane tasks, in your productivity, or you know, it's kind of like, hey, get outside, get all the way outside of the definition of insanity, which would be, you know, doing the same old, expecting different this time. How about now? Oh, maybe it's like it's the same old. Why would you expect something different? It's the same old. Right? That's like trying to pour water under water and expecting a tree. It's like, what? Huh? Didn't even get a seed in the water? Like, we're, you know, got to do something different, right? So this card says it's time to examine your productivity, disorganization, and indecisiveness, which could be connected, just saying, if you know you look to the left and to the right and it's all messy and stuff, right? You guys, don't come for me. I'm going through my ish. I promise I got receipts, bro. Like, dead ass. Like, I have been going through boot camp and back. I'm so serious, okay? Going through every little decision, going through every little nook and cranny and trying to cram it over here and then recram it over there to then realize, nope, you gotta let it go. Kind of, it's so much fun over here, let me tell you. But you know, if you don't do this work, you guys could be missing out on opportunities that really would blow your mind and change your life. So which one will it be, right? It's giving, you know, at times, I get it, the lesser of the two evils, right? You feel like you're being asked, you know, in some sort of great divide way, like, which will it be? Hell or hell? And here's the stitch, even then, right? If that's all you can convince yourself to see on the menu, I need you to know, one of those versions, you're in charge. So please don't forget. So that way you don't live like it, like you've forgotten to the point where others forget you because you forgot yourself, kind of thing. To the point where others have left you because you left yourselves a long time ago. And no one noticed because they couldn't use you. Right? Okay, I didn't pull that out of just anywhere. All right, that's somebody's history, even if I do say so myself. All right. To miss opportunities, not on the menu, babe. Instead, take a moment to prioritize your goals and get a clear view of how to get where you want to go and what it will take to get there. You've got to do your part. How would you live your own life and do not a damn thing? I don't want to, that's, even when you rest, you got to make the decision. No, we're laying it down. Even if it's by the water, by the pool, laying it down, right? You can't be like laying it down plus on the phone and 2 computers talking about, yeah, no, this is great, I'm resting. Make it make sense, okay? Some of you with this productivity, you got to rest a lot more. You got to put that on your to-do a lot higher up on that list, babe. So depending on how that resonates for you, you better take it and run or lay it down, babe, if that's rest it out, okay? Hummingbird, lightness, all right? Lighten the load, because heavy is the head that wears the crown. How about it? You got more responsibility. You got more eyes on you, perhaps, some of you. Okay, especially, you know, you also have your own platforms, and you do, even if you're not a content creator, right? Or a YouTuber, right? Just saying, you got eyes on you. Oh, look at your light. Look at you shining bright like a diamond. Name ain't even Rihanna. How dare you, right? And you still got to choose to what? Do you, be that light. So people can walk towards it or walk away from it, whichever they please, while you keep shining, all right? No more ups and downs. Do they love me? How about now? Oh, they don't like me today. I guess I'll wear a frown. Like, no, there's not, you're doing you. Why would you notice too much of whatever else is going on anyhow, right? Especially when it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with their demons kind of thing. Just saying, you light bearer, you. Makes sense now? Life is far more spiritual. Go figure, all right? Fox you could be seeing or have seen, all right? Opportunities. Well, weren't we just talking about the opportunities that what? We didn't want to miss out on them. Some of you, this card's coming back around because you know what? You tried to have, you did. You know, you tried to be demure, but you know, you didn't know yourself fully at that time. You weren't honoring the actual divinity all up in that, right? So some of you took some opportunities you would never ask for, beg for, turn back around to in your current state, okay? And this is also high key why opportunities in general are coming back around for you. Some of those missed opportunities. Now, how loving of the divine, yes, but also how purposeful are you that you should have to get what you came here for as part of divine right, rule, and strategy nonetheless. You're no small potatoes. You hear that bike? Harley or not, it's a synchronicity. All right. Maybe some of you do watch that super bestie on the internet. Gosh, I cannot remember her name. Fiona, do you know? If anybody knows, she's like, hi, I'm a super bestie on the internet. She's always like with the nails clickety clackety on the toys and stuff. I love her. I'm blanking on the name. Maybe I'm not supposed to mention it. That's interesting. I love her though. So if anyone else has the name, I'm literally gonna look her up. Like, cause what the? Oh, hold on. Super bestie. Hi, I'm your super bestie on the internet. Who is that? Sorry, guys, that's gonna bother me. Like, what? I do want to say the name. Brittany, the intuitive cosmic wifey. Yes. All right. So maybe some of you watch her, or you should. Could be a message there. I don't know her clearly. I mean, I blanked on the freaking name. I feel like if I knew her right, I wouldn't have blanked on the name. Gosh. But you guys, imagine everything ahead of you. All right. It's going to be light. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. It's going to be a wishing well filled of all of that. You guys don't want to miss it. You guys don't want to give up the faith about its existence now. Remember, because it exists. And if you try hard enough, not even too hard, I'm so serious. You just got to train your brain or retrain it, some of you, right? You can really see the good that exists even before you get to that full-on wishing well or Lando plenty of sorts, right? Depending on what all you're here for. But it's time for you to pursue your dreams with determination. They're making cards about it, whether you're here for love or not, whether that lover's aspect of today's lunch session resonates for you or not, okay? The reality is you are here to make those things. What was it? Dreams, goals, wishes fulfilled. Hell, wishing well worth of wishes fulfillment into reality. So what will you do? You're in charge, backed by divinity nonetheless. Ooh, I love this for you, right? Imagine everything ahead of you. See how you can turn that frown upside down? See how you can straighten that crown and walk upright, actually, not bent over, looking down all the time, looking down at yourself all the time. The turtle coming out here indicating calm. Calm yourself, honey. Lion indicating control. And wolf indicating inner strength. Okay, you've got the ability to be calm. You've got the ability to be in control. And you've got the ability to check into that inner strength. And dare I say, inner wisdom, more aptly stated. But you've got to try. You've got to make time. You got to get serious. You got to get disciplined. You got to be brave long enough. You got to get willing to be triggered and still function. Well, haven't you done it before? And we're screaming at you behind your back as well and to your face, right? About how you were never going to add up to anything, about how you don't even deserve to breathe, let alone exist. Oh, joke's on them. Whole time you're divinity walking. Just saying, karma is really, for real, starting right now, hitting the fan. Okay, they not ready. Those karmics, those people that try to basically shat and shart upon you, upon your souls even, right? I'm hearing you won't break my soul, right? Can't. Chills on that. Oh, why? Because you connect back to divinity, life force, energy, which never, ever dies. All right? That's why we talk about different dimensions and incarnations, because it's all swirling about. And because it exists for you. You're here tasked with actually staying on the path, the course, the experience, the delusion that you are most in alignment with. And the goal would be to always intend to be most in alignment with the highest vibration of those myriad of choices. Innumerable, some might say. Just saying. The choice is yours. Okay, you don't have to go by what you see and hear firstly. You don't have to wait for someone to come tell you about yourself. You're in charge. Okay. So these animals could be of some totem significance, spiritual significance. All right. Some of you do need to slow it down so you can get into that calm turtle-like state, right? We talked about that, even involving the productivity with the bee, nonetheless, right? We've got the last three come out for you guys are as follows: the whale, the ant, and there's that raven, which I love for you. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. I just want to be sure that we haven't had any stragglers come in looking for, perhaps, right? Not that you're just a straggler, just saying. Perhaps your free yes, no tarot reading. According to the live stream rules, you guys don't forget, it's a late lunch, but it ain't that late. I'm still aware of what's going on here. All right, don't come for me to talk about, can I get 3, maybe 6 questions for the one line here? Knowing what the rules are. All right, Brittany the Cosmic Wifey, yes. Brittany the, hold on. She's so fun too, actually. But Brittany the Intuitive Cosmic Wifey. I'm surprised you don't know her. I feel like everyone knows her. Like, oh my gosh. What did I eat, love? Or what did I eat? Yeah, I know. Good question. Good question. It's okay. I'm going to be fasting soon anyway, so I was already kind of low-key tapering down. Like, all right, what we're going to do is cleanse. So, haha, I win. Okay, hold on. Okay, there's... All right. All right, so you guys, if we don't have any stragglers, as it were. If we don't have any, oh, eat me, you gotta blah, 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 blah. All right, so long story short, forgive me. a little pressed for time as well as attention currently. But long story short, eat me, the presentation, right? Sometimes less is more, right? And it's all like an ebb and a flow from one video to the next. You never really know exactly, like you can plan for some aspects depending on the type of video or the type of session, I guess. Maybe, I don't, because I'm like, there's no way I could plan to know everything I'm even gonna say from one session to the next. And often people are like, when you said blah blah blah, I'm like, I don't remember. I have to scroll back myself. But anyway, other YouTubers, that's not the case depending on their content. But and that was not a dig towards Brittany because I was not including her in that. I meant like other types of YouTubers, like like a how to such and such, right? Like they can plan for that. It's like it just is what it is. Step one, right? But sometimes less is more, you guys. Sometimes, you are expected to share of yourselves, and other times not so much. And you know what? Ask for your spiritual guidance team to assist you on that. You always have access to them. Please don't ever think that you need a reader to access your spiritual guidance team. My goodness. um okay, so let me get back into the message then, if that's a thing, and I'll just close it out. All right. But you guys, these opportunities are coming ahead. All right. You're encouraged to communicate. You're encouraged to communicate clearly. And Evie, maybe this is for you too. You were just talking about some of your content and some of your intentions, right? Communicate clearly and from the heart. And you guys, sometimes for me on a personal note, it gets a little tricky because I'm a very private person. Like if you met me like in real life, you'd probably be disappointed because I just would be so like focused on like my own energy, what my guides are saying. Like I'd like to believe that I would always catch it like in real time to be like, if all of a sudden for whatever reason I'm in the same parking lot as Fiona, even though I have no idea. And I would love to believe my guides would be like, okay, over to the left, look for Fiona. And then Fiona, right? But we're not here to know everything all the time, which thank you. Because just the half that I know that vexes my soul, right? I would never want to know. Like I often question the divine. How do you even like? Is this still functioning? Because like, what do you mean? Women and children are dot right now, and things are firing off into the distance right now, right? What do you mean like so and so took advantage of such and such that way and that many times right now? Like, what are you talking about, kind of thing, right? But a lot of people, they do appreciate being let in, right? It's part of the trust walk. Okay, depending on what type of content you're making, and I mean, I'm not trying to liken what I'm doing here, eat me, to what you're intending to do, or vice versa. I'm just saying in general, right? There is to be some sort of energetic exchange, whether financial or not. It's always going to, this life is far more spiritual. Energy is everything, like they say, right? So you don't really get too much being super private. Like I could never come on here and be like, I'm glad you asked how I was doing, but really I don't want to talk about me. So let's get to your question. Like you'd be like, what the fuck? Like I don't want you reading my anything. Like, you don't give me none. Why should I give you my everything, kind of thing, right? And that makes sense. That's actually not silly, right? It actually makes sense. Because there is this expected ebb and flow, right? And this is why, you know what, I'm glad we're talking about this, you guys, because this helps us remember more easily, doesn't it, on the other side of some of these conversations that we're having, right? That the flow state is just that. It's okay. It's the energy exchange with life force, and connecting back to it while being it. It's really a beautiful dance if you allow for it to be. I'm not going to sit here or stand anywhere and tell anyone that I don't get it on a very personal note how some things can be horrific, triggering, just bad, right? Evil. I get it. All right. However, the long and the short of it, it shouldn't be about just those things um when you think on your life. Because think about what you're doing. Even if that was you. And nobody has to out themselves. Hopefully it's nobody, right? but you're connecting your life when you think of it every time to those very horrific thoughts and patterns, experiences. Do you want to, now that you know that, make the choice to do that? I mean, I feel like anyone, even outside of their right mind, would easily get that. Like, no, I don't want, I don't want to do that. All right. So now that you know that, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it will never ever happen again just because you know now, you know. I wish that were the case. Okay. I'm here telling you, remember how you know often. Okay. Why is that? Because you got to try again at some of these things. And because sometimes you get really good at trying and trying and trying again. And other people get jealous and other people want to come in and project and other forces want to see your light and engage with it. And when denied access, they can, you see? All right. Yeah, and the camera, that's another thing. Like, who wants to, and the way that they've got it so that, in order to be a creator really on any platform, you've just got to get great at talking to yourself in the mirror. Guess what? I got great at talking to myself in the mirror to the point where I do it on purpose now. The previous versions of me, no way. I'd rather go look at a TV to somebody who I knew was beautiful. Right? Love and light, Tracy. And so, long story short, this is why I have the passion. This is why I do have the heart drive in the matter as well. Because I very personally know some of the steps you guys are asked to take right now. And I recall, if I'm being honest, and I am, it was not easy. It didn't feel fair. Didn't seem doable. Seemed insane. But the other reason why, just the same simultaneously, why I have the passion is because I know, looking back just the same, it made me better. And I did not die unless by my own hand, in the sense of overcoming, in the sense of answering the call, in the sense of not giving up, in the sense of taking one more step, in the sense of telling myself, I just have to stay alive. I just have to breathe. I don't need to know how. I just need to know I connect back to divinity, and I do. And I recalled at will, because I learned I ought to, the times where miracles had already ensued but enacted, things written off that were against me, whole groups of people that attached to rulers, principalities, entities, attachments, whether they had awareness or not. I did. And I'm grateful. I'm saying all that because I'm not bragging at all. Those that know what I speak on right now, and there are many, I am mindful of you. You know, ain't nothing bragging. There's nothing about any of that to brag on. Because quite frankly, you'd be bragging on something that on black and white paper would seem insane, might even be shame-filled, might even be deadly. And to know that you've overcome it all, even from one version of self to the next, because not everybody on the outside of you was always the source of offense towards you, was always the source of hatred towards you, and was always the source of disappointment about you. No, it came from you too. It came from some of you, your roots, your lineages, the shit that your ancestors couldn't continue to carry on their backs. It came from the bloodline, the history. Okay. So, long story short, no one's bragging about much of anything over here unless you're talking about the blessings that we are worthy of. And even then, ain't a brag. You too busy being grateful. How many braggarts have you seen fall to the wayside? I don't advise anybody should get used to bragging. Just saying. Even if you got a lot of other stuff, a lot of other experiences, and a lot of spiritual wealth, and a lot of physical wealth that people would most assuredly pay, or dare I say on a life for, you still don't have a heart in the matter if you've done the work, the chosen one that I'm speaking to actually brag about any of it. And I think, quite frankly, that's what pisses people off the most, because they know that it'd be better if we bragged It'd be better if we just showed our spiritual wealth and got flashy with it. But it would be a time waster, wouldn't it? And again, the chosen ones, I'm speaking to the true ones, know that just the same. And so that's why I'm passionate about this. And that's why I know that I know that I know giving up is not on the menu. And that's why I also just the same say thank you for each and every time one of you chooses that choice to not give up, to just stay alive, to just remain faith filled in spite of the unknown, the unanswered, even. Okay. I get it on a personal note. And thank you for those that are with me, because again, when you do the work, you are helping the collective simultaneously. And again, imagine everything ahead of you is the key call for today's session. And what did we talk about that's up ahead? Everything good. Good things are up ahead. The wishing well is up ahead. Okay. You guys need to just work on communication with self and or others. And sometimes that looks like no communication at all. Gone are the days of overexpressing yourself to the point of you being tired. Just live. You don't even have to be tired to live. Remember, this is the new earth now. Perseverance, the ant coming out. You guys maybe been dealing with ants. It's the season for it, right? But it's also perhaps a synchronicity. You'd have to ask and utilize your intuition, which should not be gagged and bound in the back of anyone's trunk or anything, to be clear. All right, to make sense of that, if you will. But the perseverance, this is a message of patience. You know what helps patience, you guys? Gratitude. When you really practice that, it's really hard to stay all like about having to be patient. Just saying. And that's when I wish somebody would have told me. But you know what? Sometimes you got to learn it on your own so that it sticks. So there's that too. All right. But you cannot be so impetuous, collective. By pacing yourself, the end results will be far more rewarding. Slow down. So some of you really do need to rest as your to do like productivity. Okay. The end result will be far more rewarding. Don't rush. Work carefully and learn to accept help from others. There's that help. Accept it. Ask. Get into that feminine energy. Right now, the feminine energy is really making an entrance. I'll say it that way. I feel like that's the highest vibrational way to say it too, and I definitely don't mean any disrespect towards any of the energies. However, long story short, you know, those that know, my A1 day ones, all right, know how I feel about the High Priestess. Okay, that is the highest card in any tarot deck, to be clear. All right, not that it's a game. Again, it's one of those things you don't really want to brag about. Just saying. But you guys, if the divine, now that we know everything, we've remembered everything, we've got our crowns straight, and we know where our thrones are, whether we're seated on them or standing on them, or rising out of the ashes with them, okay? Joy is just around the corner with this lightness, okay? It's not just talking about you beaming and doing everything always and always by yourself and, you know, with your mustard seed and ish, right? No, okay? The wishing well. Was that all you found in yours when you thought of that energy of the wishing well? Should we attach that type of energy to when we think about the wishing well, when we think about the lightness, when we think about our light, when we think about our divinity? See, you guys, be mindful. What are you attaching? Like if you could see every freaking chord, that every freaking word and or sound and or feeling is really connected to, you'd be real mindful, wouldn't you? Well, now's the time. You don't gotta wait to see the chords. But many of you have, and ignored those as well, to the point of your detriment. And gone are those days. I repeat, who said they were still thinking about going back there though? Like, what are you talking about? When you had, nope, you couldn't even, an angel had to come drag your ass out of there. And you want to go back talking about, it's the new earth. Please be mindful to utilize your intuition. Okay. also just the same. Don't be casting pearls of all things near any of that swine. Not that anyone's better than anyone, but you know what is better than some? One vibration to the next. Okay, just saying. And vibration just really connects back to energy, and energy's everything, right? You can be pretty homely on the outside, right? But if you're all sparkles and jazzy on the inside, enough to the point where you've magnified who you truly are, regardless of your meat suit, you can have a bunch of babes, a bunch of whatever you want to fill in the blank there. I don't even know why you would. This is kind of giving a low vibes example, Spirit, but I digress, right? You could, okay, and not to come for anybody, but people in the rap industry come to mind. I said people knowing damn well is what. Oh, now it's a couple. And there's a couple people in the rap. And I had one person. I won't say because I don't want to be disrespectful. Also, God bless the dead. But anyways, so there's that, right? What else do I want to say before I can close out? Anything? I get the pull for those that were pressed about the Two of Cups situation. All right, the Emperor, the King of Cups, the King of Wands. All right, because it's a high level soulmate, whether you want to say twin flame or not. All right, but they're coming. They're being guided. Let's see about those the productivity. Yeah, some of you definitely need to slow it down, because what you're not seeing is up ahead, like between now and like the end of September. Bing, bada, boom, 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 boom. You going whatever you're looking to do, right? Whether it was business solely and or more. So you would need to rest. Again, it's kind of like if you could literally see the cord from like what your energy is connected to now, between now and that time, you would be like, oh, I'm gonna rest so hard and gratefully. Do it grateful. All right, don't just rest it out talking about hope I did my part. You better do it gratefully, and then you know that you've done your part. Because when you're grateful, collective, you want to know how love you'll feel real quick, hard and fast. And I'm not even talking about any Tom, Dick, or Harry, Barbara, Brenda, or Sue. I'm so serious. It's literally like portal energy, especially right now in the Lionsgate. Are you kidding? Get grateful real hard, right? And itemize some of the stuff. I thank you for when this happened. I'm so grateful that I can even just have a moment with you now, kind of thing. It don't even have to be a tit for tat situation. Just get grateful, okay? And you're going to get a lot more where that came from. It's literally a spiritual law. Just saying. All right. Long story short. And again, it helps with what? Patience. So where's the problem in that? I'm just saying, get grateful. All right. And also, somebody really does need to slow it down. They're taking me back to that Page of Pentacles. This might be where if you don't, you might thin your money out later, kind of thing. Trying to put the press on the situation right now, thinking that's the play, that's the plan. And that might not be the situation if you laid up because you didn't act like you understood this message. All right. And nobody wants that. Just saying. I'm not here for doom and gloom. But I'm not here to sugarcoat ish. And I'm not here for you to create more of ish that anybody would try to sugarcoat anyway. So there's that. Right? I'm just telling you what I see in the cards, you guys. So take what resonates there. But somebody really don't see that on the other side. Between now and the end of September. And that's really right around the corner. I mean, like, right? So if you feeling tired now, right? And right around the corner, you get slammed with, all these blessings and miracles and opportunities, right? You just don't want to play dummy games, right? Even with these blessings coming in, y'all. And we always talk about how, like, what if everything in your Amazon cart right now was delivered? You'd be like, oh, I was unaware. Like, my mailbox is full. Like, oh, I didn't tell the neighbor. Right. You weren't ready. Okay. So there's something about that in it too, yes, but rest it out. When you get told and when you check into your body and your body tells you, you better listen up. You better fix it. All right. But with this Raven confidence, this is the last thing I'll say. You're encouraged to disconnect from the physical and or materialistic side of yourselves here. Okay. Oh, now why would that be? Because the Amazon? Yes, because basically the wishing well is about to be dropped. Did you make room for the new? I had to get rid of decks. Some of y'all see, there's some spaces on my bookshelf. Making room for the new, right? I'm ready. Divine Universe don't have to check me twice. Like, oh, she ready. Oh, she ready. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm already grateful for so many decks. And you guys, you're gonna be so blessed by them too. Like, I'm grateful for that too. Like, it's not even just about me, like, getting to see them and touch them. I get to share them, right? And so watch, it'll fill up. It doesn't matter how. I'm not even here saying, oh, it's gotta come through you, collective's got. That hasn't been the case, so now what? Right? And I'm grateful. All right, you guys, take notes. Your manifestations are coming in. You're on the brink of, literally, you're on the brink of transformation, and divine purpose may be revealing itself. Now, how would you be understanding more about your divine purpose, your divinity, etc., etc.? Oh, everything ahead of you, right? If you were so caught up in the rat race, if you were so caught up in the next, gosh, are Air Jordans a thing still? I don't know, right? If you were so caught up in the next Bugatti, yeah, there's another one, right? What would you do if all of a sudden you snapped your fingers and you had all that anyways, right? I know you'd love to think, oh my gosh, I'd be so grateful, this, that, and the third. But by the time you went in this scenario from one thank you to the next, thank you to the next, thank you to the next, over time, I don't see you staying there in that gratitude. When you do this work, you do. And you get the stuff. Chills. All right. So please don't get it twisted just because the divine's talking about, nope, you've got to give up. You've got to walk away now. Nope, you've got to do without A, B, C, and D. Okay. Because if you're being asked to make room for something and the divine has anything to do about it, right? I didn't say man. I didn't say, your ace boon coon, your heart, your side piece, right? I'm saying the divine. When the divine has anything to do about it, it's at least worth it. Usually so much more than you can understand. All right, to sacrifice, to walk away, to leave behind, to change, make room, to discard, to access denied. All right. And of course, use your intuition. I'm not here saying, throw everything away in the kitchen sink just because, then you'll get a bigger kitchen sink. You're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, especially as you do this work. And if I do say so myself, it's because you're going to have to really make the choice to actually stay disciplined in doing the work. Okay. Not that it's all doom and gloom, and not that it's all grueling, but you damn sure will have to be present and aware of your choices in the matter. And you are in charge. And that's why I say that, to be clear. All right. Love my kick it with Jay. All right, let's see here. Tracy, okay, let's see here. Was your, I'm thinking that's late. When you're twin flame. Okay. Oh, sorry for your, okay, late. Sorry for your loss there, babe. Okay, let me see here. My goodness. I feel like this is a no-brainer. But I did not get the actual soulmate card come out, but I do have the Hierophant on the other side of the Two of Swords. Okay, that tells me that there is some form of connection. That's how you want to say, written in the stars. That is fated. This would be likened to that of your Boaz, if you understand that from like the religious community type of speak. Okay, and this person, your late husband really is sweet on you, and really, even it's like, they look on you even to this day in your current state, and it's like how you would say, like, you do it for them, interestingly enough, because the Queen of Wands is like literally, like, out of all of the queens, the most easily adored, quite frankly, for her looks, for her even like moral fibers, right? Your whole makeup. It's just you check all the boxes. In case you still wondered about that, I'm not sure. This person is asking you to utilize your strength. There's some big opportunity. Um, there's some big change and or opportunity you're being asked to allow for. And it would take a level of your judgment. This could be involving even other family members. Doesn't have to be the case, but they want you to. This could be something that's been on your mind a lot too. They want you to, go ahead and do it. It's I almost said do it already. Do it, whatever the do it would be. Or once the change presents itself and or the opportunity for change, do it. That's what I got for you. As far as twin flame, take that. You do have communication. It's like at least I want to say high level hierarchy soulmate, which quite frankly is more accurate than even saying a twin flame counterpart. So energetically it's giving yes, but I'm not here to manipulate the cards, and I don't have any of the indicators that I would normally get as a reader that say quote unquote twin flame, where I can like regurgitate that out, to be clear. But energetically it's giving, and that's a pretty sweet. You guys really still have the ability, in case you weren't aware, to actually telepathically communicate, kind of like the way you would, like if you were ever somewhere and it's like one of you's like, honey, let's go. Without being like, honey, let's go. It's like, oh, okay, I've got to get home, kind of thing. It's like that. It's just you don't have his meat suit there. Not to be like so blunt about it, but I'm a little on the spectrum, so I'm like undiagnosed. I swear I'm on the spectrum. I'm like, gosh, don't say it so bluntly, and then it just comes out. All right, so that's what I have for you, Tracy. Love and light. I hope that made sense for you, babe. Okay. Um. All right, so we're good on. Okay. You okay, Fiona? I'm like looking, but I don't see anything. So maybe you handled it. Are you good, babe? Fiona? Okay. All right. I just want to make sure you were good. That's all. Okay. Right. So we're good. And we've got a lot of good, understatement, up ahead of us, it seems. This is a really good session. Sorry it was so late, but I guess it was right on time, right? Should I even apologize for that? What's time anyways? And I'm glad you're good, Fiona. Thank you guys for hopping on. I really do appreciate you. It doesn't really work so well without you. And of course, I do miss you a lot and love you a lot, just the same, when I'm not on here and when we're not on here, able to do this together. So definitely a bright spot in my day. And I hope you guys really, take in some of this food for thought and really get out of it, what you came here for. It's for you. All right. And I thought it was a good live too, Fiona. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you to all of my moderators. And thank you to each honey bun in the collective. So serious. Whether you're a guy, girl, what have you, whether we met in person or not, whether we met on here or anywhere, right now or tomorrow, or yesteryear, as it were. All right. I love you guys. And thank you for not giving up. And guess what? We got this. Much love and light.